lot of momentum.
Lining up for the PAT. Bangs it through for an extra point. Well, they didn't exactly milk the clock on that drive, did they? 2 plays and into the end zone for the touchdown. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's Flowers. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you've got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
Getting some heat. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Feeling some heat. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
Well, I knew the coach was confident in his offense. I did not know he was that confident this early in the game. 4th and long. I thought he'd just punt that one away and let his defense take the field. Interesting.
They'll go to the ground. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at 2nd down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on 1st down.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Caught over the middle. It's Harvey. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. It's good. And now they take the lead.
Let's go.
So they put the field goal on the board and about to kick it away, and hoping that'll be the final points of this 1st half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Flowers. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Looking for a man. It's Jordan. Looking left. He's got it. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. Running out of time here in the 1st half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Unloads to the right. pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9. The Cyclones are in the hurry-up. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Going to take a shot. Fires the pass. Intercepted. Bringing it back. He's at the 40. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half.
That's the end of the first half. With the score, LSU 17, Iowa State 14.
The Tigers will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Flowers. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Iowa State sending the offense back out. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes.
He'll take the deep shot. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up.
Man, this quarterback is living dangerously right now. Obviously, he threw a pick on the last drive. He's trying to complete that throw, but the defender gets a hand on it, tips it up in the air. That's oh-no. That is an oh-no situation. They're lucky that one hit the ground.
And here comes the offense on second down. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21.
And oftentimes running backs love drop plays because there's less traffic in front of them. The offensive line is selling pass, the quarterback's selling pass. They don't get the handoff until the very last possible second, so the D-line's rushed way upfield, and now it's so much easier for these backs to find their holes and pick their lanes.
Trying to pick it up on the ground.
Why go right?
Pick up the first down as he gets it out to the 27-yard line.
You wonder now on offense, have they found something in the run game? Finally, it's been tough for them to get the run game going, but they picked up a nice gain on that last one. Let's see if they go back to it.
And the Cyclones have it with a 1st and 10. He's going to pass. On the move, he fires. Finds a man on the right. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
The Cyclones are moving quickly down the field. The throw to the outside is complete. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line.
And a big key on that throw to the slot receiver, guys, is putting the ball out in front. The location of the throw is what helped that guy get extra yards after the catch.
Here's the handoff. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Back to throw, it's Jordan. Gets away. Gets rid of it. On target. Oh, he gave him the limp leg. Touchdown, Iowa State. And that one will give him the lead. That's his 3rd touchdown pass of the day. The defense has no clue how to respond right now.
No, and the defense has had absolutely no answer. He's been on the money. He's been on fire, making the right decisions, and just carving this defense up.
And with the extra point, they take a 21-17 lead. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. It's Cameron. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Finds the big tight end. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
He's showing you his skills on that last throw. This guy's got arm talent and accuracy, man, and some of it's not coachable. And I think back to Jamarcus Russell and Joe Burrow, two former Tiger.
All kinds of running room. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Dropping back, it's Jordan. Working that left side now. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
The offense lining up for a first down play.
The end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Iowa State 21, LSU 17.
The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Scrambling away.
How?
Touchdown, Tigers! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
Man, I love this offense being able to run the football late in the game when it matters and punch it in for the touchdown, and more importantly, take the lead.
If he can make this one, the lead will be 3. He's got it, and the lead is up to a field goal. So a drive there of 84 yards. And the capper on that drive, the 10-yard touchdown run.
Iowa State 21.
They're just about ready to kick it away.
Set to kick it off.
He'll bring it out. It's Flowers. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13.
1st and 10.
Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was a nice job in play calling, too.
Looking for a deep man.
I had 2
Makes
people
the catch
right
on the left. Afterburners coming. Touchdown, Cyclones. They move on top here in the 4th.
Yeah, and a nice job in the fourth quarter making plays, and a nice job being on the same page. QB, receiver. You could tell he broke with the football. He caught it in stride, gets into the end zone. Nice pitch and catch right there. Nice chemistry by the QB and wide receiver.
And they tacked on the extra point. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. He's looking to throw it.
Got him,
Ball in the
coach.
air, intercepted. Didn't find much room on the return, but now they are in business and poised to strike from the 25.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
The offense likely to lean on the run to milk this clock. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Catch in the middle, it's Haas. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game.
I'll be honest, man. If I had the weapons these guys had offensively, I'd be staying aggressive too. It's what got them to this point. It's why they have the lead here in the fourth quarter. Take some shots when those opportunities present themselves.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown, Iowa State. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go.
Oh, man. Why'd you leave? Come on, bro. Get another 99 player. I don't like these players, like, he could be a 99. I like subpar 99 people. $98? B and D? 145. Probably the worst one yet. Only 85. Yes. As long as it upgrades it. You won't be getting nothing. Oh, they're all. I didn't get one that was B. All my 99s was B or not B. They can't be 99. Oh, he's a 99. Nice. What? What is? Need Pier 99 cornerback. We definitely right linebacker. Six. Take him out. He's better. Rush. Oh. Where is the Twitch chat? Live. What is this? Oh yeah, that's what I wanted. Let's be moved. Yeah. That's cool.
offense will boot it away to start the game.
Texas.
He'll start the return inside his 5.
He just went through me.
And the returner is stopped.
He went through my block.
Iowa State offense will take over. 1st and 10.
The offense set for a first down play.
Timeout, Iowa State.
There we go.
Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Quick completion on the out. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. Apparently, line number 1 on the game plan, attack now,
Oh my God.
immediately.
What was that?
And this quarterback, he smelt it. He knew he had an opportunity. This is a guy who loves taking shots any chance he has. You saw it on that first play of the game.
You know, we joke that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them coming.
And yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they sell block for a second, and then they run open and they find holes in zones, or they get good matchups. And, man, those tight ends nowadays are nightmares for defenses to try to stop.
They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. And the Cyclones want to crank the tempo.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the first down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
He'll come out throwing on first down. A strike downfield. Touchdown, Cyclones! A great catch
Be
and run
outside
for
with
6.
my gang.
I don't know how many people expected this to happen, playing on the road in this environment against a better opponent, but they showed tremendous poise on the opening drive. Nice execution. They scored the touchdown. That was big time.
They'll try to add another to their lead.
For the extra point.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it up with the final 30 yards coming courtesy of that touchdown pass. Just about set to kick it away. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. A first down for the offense. Going to the running game. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Looking downfield, it's Mahomes. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back into 16.
And how about this? It's the strong safety who spins down in the box all the time and usually plays run. You could tell. Saw pass, diagnosed it, and went and got the quarterback on the ground.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20.
Thank you.
Fires and picked off.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
You gotta
They
beat him
wrestle
on
him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right up the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big game.
Touchdown, Iowa State.
Quick.
Reeled it in and just made the house call.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. That's already his second touchdown of the game.
The AT unit on the field. And the extra point makes it 14-0. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. The kickoff bounces through the end zone.
Fair guy,
out
homie.
to the 25.
A fair guy. That's when DeAndre Hopkins crossed old dude up. I don't know about that.
So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Wowzers. To beat the D deep. Makes the catch down the right side. Open runway ahead. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown Longhorn.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5.
Oh,
he gets a block.
My God.
Got a little room.
Oh,
can they catch him?
My God.
They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
Give me the Hemi.
He is headed to the sideline with a little bounce in his step after scoring on that kick return.
And he should have some bounce in his step. How about the effort weaving in and out?
That boy out it. I know that's
great
on
blocking on the play, and he does the rest. You don't put guys back deep that can't roll. And you could see when he got in the open field, he rolled out.
And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. They're just about to boot it away full of energy after housing that last kickoff. Fair catch called for and made. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25.
I keep doing the same stupid play. That's why I get burned.
Gives it to the back on the draw. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period.
No gain on the play. Brings up second down. That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Iowa State 21, Texas 7.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. These corners going to give these receivers some space. Scanning the field, it's Mahomes. Got his man out of the backfield. That one could really
I
put
thought he was
this
going to
drive
double
into
pass
high
it like
gear
on
as
blitz.
they have a first down at the 37.
There's got to be a sense of urgency for this offense right now. They're trailing. They're going to be kicking off to open the second half. So they need points. They need to go tempo. Maybe that last first down gets them a little bit of confidence.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Finds nothing downfield, flips it out.
It's sick him, bro.
He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Yeah, and I think you've just seen how the quarterback has so much confidence in this guy catching the ball too, right? Receivers aren't open, tight ends aren't open. He knows he can find him running out of the backfield, or if he lines up a wide receiver, this dude can get open, and he can make positive things happen after he has the ball.
Great coverage, great break on the ball. Had a chance to really make a big play and maybe even take that thing back to the house. But you got to secure the catch. We like to hit people more than we like to catch balls.
And this defense has its work cut out to get this dude on the ground. He was shedding serious tackles on his way to picking up the first.
Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again, right? It's been really hard for this offense in this game to run the football, but they finally break off a big run there. That could be the play they need to really generate momentum and get this run game.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. After trying the running game, let's see if they do it again on second down. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Got it behind the line. It's Jordan. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
These DBs going to give a little cushion. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Makes a grab enough for the first. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there.
What's he doing?
The Longhorns will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll run it out of the shotgun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Well, the most insightful analysis I can come up with on that one is that didn't work. Back to the drawing board to see if there's something that works a little better soon.
Or if I can quote the great Reese Davis, that was very ungood. Not a productive 1st down play.
This drive facing a little adversity on 2nd and 11. Looking downfield, it's Mahomes. Quick strike complete. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
They pick up the 1st down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like, because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
And he waltzes in for the score.
Definitely walked in.
Texas!
That's a nice drive, nice physicality, punching in with the run game. And here's the thing.
Boy, bouncing off the people.
Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Iowa State sending the offense back out. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a 1st down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a 1st down. If I get it, then it's pedal.
Off he goes. Keeps it and gets past the chains. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on 1st down. Using his feet to buy time. Open space at the 25. And he has vexed this defense with scramble after scramble, has another 1st down.
Man, that's so frustrating. And it happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
They're looking to pass from the red zone. Shakes off a tackler. On the run, still looking. He just wisely got rid of that one. The worst thing that can happen to you is to turn it over on first down in the red zone.
Give that guy a lot of credit, man. He was able to somehow avoid that sack, but nobody open downfield, throws it away.
Second down coming up. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Cyclones!
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in the game.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. Coming out with it, it's Cameron. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Here comes the Texas offense. Now, they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with a young fellow on the sideline. Be like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
Trying to get to him. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
Well, even though that pass was incomplete, I wouldn't be shocked if this defense in the second half decides to play some deeper coverages. This offense has already shown they're willing to be aggressive, and they've got a lot of speed. Moving forward, this defense cannot afford to give up big plays in the passing game.
He's got it down the right side.
My
got
God.
a lot of running room. The 20. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Longhorn!
Now, what a great job by this offense finishing the half. It wasn't perfect. You're still trailing, but now you've cut that lead to a one-score game. Now in the second half, you can come out, make some things happen. We just created some big momentum for this offense. Now we take it into halftime.
And he tacks on the extra point.
Iowa State 28, Texas 21.
All lined up and ready to go for a great second half ahead. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
They'll leave it with him. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35.
Well, they needed 2 yards to get that first down. That's exactly what they got. Great job of execution.
No secret about it. Just got to be physical, get a hat on a hat, low man wins, all the cliches to get that third down and short.
Let's it fly. And he left that one short, tried to baby it in there. He's got to turn it loose.
Well, no doubt that was the primary target the quarterback wanted, just not on the same page on that one.
Still on the 35-yard line after that incompletion. Here comes 2nd and 10. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Right on target this time. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
And it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
To the air. It's Mahomes.
Wow.
And it's caught inside the 25.
What is he doing?
And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Texas!
And it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His second receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
And the point after is good. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again.
Texas.
On the run from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Iowa State has the ball back. The Cyclones ready to go on offense. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clear.
The expressway is wide open. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Iowa State. And that one will put them up here in the second half.
And QBs love their big tight ends, and especially guys that can do such great things after the catch. He catches it. Dang, Palmer, he looks like a daggum receiver after he catches the football.
What a matchup nightmare, too, man. I mean, he's just too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. If I'm this QB, I'm looking that guy's way a lot more often in this one.
It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. This defense will try to keep everything in front. Going up top on first down. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. The defense coming up big there. The sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the court.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
That is not an easy situation if you're an offensive lineman, second and third and long, because you know the D-line, they're coming. They know you're throwing the football. As an O-lineman, you better get out of your stance and get your hand.
He's looking deep. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
Well, in the first half, this offense was up and down the field. It seemed like everything they were dialing up was working. And here we are in the third quarter, and there's a very rare incompletion on their own end of the field. Maybe that's the play the defense needs now to spark some momentum.
Starting to feel a little pressure.
Thank
And
God.
as he throws, that ball never had a chance, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Love the coverage on defense there. Fourth down. They were ready for the pass. And you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
Moves away as he feels pressure. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain.
Nice job by the defense. You got to dial into your keys. You got to make sure you're reading those guys up front. They did a good job. They saw it. They pulled the trigger. They knew the quarterback had it. They weren't fooled. Strung it out. Did a nice job of limiting the damage with that QB run.
Dropping back, it's Jordan. Got it.
First.
That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receiver.
And he will score! Touchdown, Cyclones!
Go.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Line gets set, first down. He wants to throw. Got it in the middle, it's Cameron. And they make the tackle, not before he gets the first down. Now let's see if they rush to the line or let the time run out here in the third.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Iowa State 42, Texas 28.
I guess it's possession time.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
What am I in?
Corner's going to give them room. Comes out throwing on first down. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Oh, what a grab by the defense. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball.
Fair guy, homie. Oh, wow. What is this? 20,000? Can be used in cut 26. How many do I got in these? About to get used now. Feel me? ¿Cómo estás? Britain. I like it. Got your 80s jeans on. Well,